The rising cost of gas. Treasure Coast Bureau Chief Brian Gardner introduces us to a man who's changed his daily commute and now pays next to nothing for fuel.
Steve Cortes knows a thing or two about burning gas, making one stop after another with his UPS truck. He puts on the miles.
I actually go through about 3/4 of a tank. Good morning each day in my truck.
It's one thing when your company pays for all that fuel, but in his personal life, Steve watched gas prices rise and said enough is enough.
When it got to $3.50, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Because, I mean, there was like no end in sight for the raising.
That's when he dusted off his bike and decided to ride. His daily commute starts before daybreak at his home in the middle of Port St. Lucie. He cruises south on US 1, stops off at the Y for a morning workout, then back on his bike until he arrives at his office in Stuart.
It's only 27 miles round trip.
The ride takes him about 40 minutes each way. We drove the same route with our news truck, and when you take into account all the traffic and stoplights, it took us a half hour, just 10 minutes faster.
You get your flats, you know, bike needs maintenance just like a car needs maintenance, but you don't have to fuel it up.
Steve hasn't totally given up the family car, but he says now he only uses it on the weekends, and it's saving him a bundle.
And then there are the health benefits.
I weighed about 235 pounds at one point, and now I'm down to about a svelte 170. Wellness tip for today, gentlemen.
UPS is so impressed, they named Steve their wellness champion. He now gives health tips to all the drivers.
They think that I'm really crazy.
But who knows? Maybe he'll convince one of his gas-guzzling buddies to try the two-wheel commute.
So you just pedal, 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 and before you know it, you're home.
Now, Steve estimates he saves $200 a month on gas by commuting by bicycle. And in case you're wondering, yes, he does take a shower before he starts work every day. And in the rain, he puts bags on his feet to keep those dry, brings along a spare change of clothes as well. Steve Cortes not the only one turning his back on the pumps and trying alternative transportation. If you'd like to read more about this issue, check out this weekend's Scripps Treasure Coast newspapers. Reporting live in Palm City, Brian Gardner, News Channel 5.
Great story, Brian.